This is a 1996 Sportster frame and motor. I'm going to be building into a Dirtster.
To get started, I do a rough sketch of our starting point and a rough sketch of where I plan to be with the next two videos, which includes a Slim Fab tank, TC Bro seat, Low Bro Customs rear fender, original OEM tank, KX250 front wheel and front forks, and the 19-inch free wheel conversion. A better look of our starting point, it was a $1,000 Sportster that I tore down. A handful of parts will go back onto the bike while the rest was either thrown out or sold. These are TR650 trees that came on Strada and Terras in 2013. The bearings off the Husqvarna dropped right into the stock races of the Harley Davidson and are pretty much plug and play with no major issues. Unlike the stock Harley trees, these have a spanner nut, which I use a chisel just to tighten up because I do not have the proper spanner wrench. And now I'm dropping the top tree on and just snugging everything up, keeping it a little loose so I can get the front tubes in. Now the one thing I came across was the fork stop on the original stem does not really reach the TR650 tree fork stops. But that's not a major issue, it can be fabricated later to fix. Now I'm installing the 1996 KX250 front end into the trees. These trees were modified to fit these forks, but if you want to avoid that, 1999 till 2002 YZ426 forks drop right into these trees. Now the second tube was very tight, so I just took a screwdriver, kind of pried it open very little bit to get more play to slide the second tube in. While installing the front wheel, I did realize that I can still use the original caliper on this front wheel with the modified trees. I'm not too sure if I'm going to keep that in the future, but for test purposes, I'm going to bolt that up in one of my upcoming videos and set that up just to ride it around and test the bike out. One of the best parts of this purchase was this 19-inch front wheel with rear conversion spacers, which takes this front wheel and makes it be able to run into the rear wheel. I set up this plate. It was 16 3/4 eye to eye to represent either 16.5 XR shock or a full 17 custom shock for a Sportster. I'm not sure which route I will run, but this is right in between to kind of represent the height it's going to sit at once installed. Note, there are no axle spacers because the wheel did not come with any. I need to fabricate them up at a fabrication shop or have them do it for me in the upcoming future. The front end I got came with this GPR stabilizer system, which will really help in the trails or running it down the highway without the speed wobble. I hope it really improves the handling of this heavy dirt bike. Now installing it, I realized there's going to be a couple issues, like one, it's going to hit the tank. Two, the original brace does not fit on the Harley stem, but with a little bit of fabrication, I plan on making this work just perfect. Finally, I get to take it down off the jack, and this bike is tall. When I try to lean it over, you can watch it. Doesn't even want to go on the kickstand, I have to lean up against the box. I took out my 86 Sportster just to compare the size of these two bikes. Now, it doesn't look like much without all the body work, but it gives you a good idea of how much different these bikes are going to be. The ground clearance up front is about 7 inches stock, while the Dirtster has 12 inches of ground clearance. That's 5 inches more. And the rear seat height to the frame is about 24.5, 25 inches, while the Dirtster has 30 to the frame Hey guys, this is Slappy's Garage here. If you like this first part, I have much more to come from the start to finish of this bike, along with testing and riding. I have many more videos in store coming up in the future of more builds, more riding, more repairs, and anything to do with motorcycles and two wheels. So be sure to go down, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you very much. See you guys soon.